Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights.
Hey there friends, it's Carly. Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new here, and welcome to today's video. I hope you have been having a fantastic day or week wherever you are in the world, and as usual, grab yourself a cuppa and let's get into it. It's no surprise here that we are doing another Clean With Me cleaning motivation video. They're actually one of the most popular videos on my channel, like the most consistently watched as something that I regularly upload. But in saying that, I have been finding it difficult to garner the motivation to film that many Clean With Me videos recently. Now, that could have something to do with the fact that I'm also finding it difficult to garner the motivation to clean my house. Now, don't get me wrong, it gets done on a weekly basis, but some weeks it's a quick clean, some weeks it is a full house clean, some weeks, like in today's video, I am going to be deep cleaning specific areas of the house. And I also just feel like, because I am so frequently filming cleaning videos, like whether it's a couple of times a month or whatever it may be, and I'm living in the same house and it never gets trashed. I mean, it gets a little bit dusty, some areas of it get a bit untidy, but my house is never one of those ones where I can create a extreme clean, my house is trashed type cleaning video. Like, I just don't think that you will see that sort of content on my channel where it's just absolute chaos and then it turns to this beautiful magic. It's just usually a general clean, and I don't know, maybe that just seems a little bit boring and repetitive to be watching over and over again. It certainly feels that way for me as I'm filming my cleaning videos. I'm just cleaning the same areas and doing the same thing. So I do try, when I am scheduling to film a cleaning video, to add some sort of twist to it, whether it's a different sort of voiceover, or I'm adding tips, or I'm talking about cleaning to reduce anxiety or minimalism, or I'm deep cleaning a specific area of the house. I do try and have like some sort of specific focus to make it a little bit different than the other cleaning videos I've recently uploaded, and therefore maybe a bit more interesting to you guys. If you have a specific area of the house, a specific kind of activity or tips or different things that you would like to see and hear in future cleaning motivation videos, please let me know so that I can continue to provide inspiring and new content for you guys.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
So to make things a little bit different in today's cleaning motivation video, I am deep cleaning a couple of areas of my house. So if you don't frequently watch my monthly reset routines, number one, you should, because I do include a lot of cleaning motivation, everyday chores, house reset, that type of stuff in there. So it might be sort of similar type of content that you would enjoy. Also lots of good other things such as, book reviews, TBR, monthly goals, monthly budget, life admin, planning, organization, all of that good stuff. And one of the things that I started doing this year was each month I would designate a different room or zone in the house that I was going to deep clean. And in previous months of the year, I had incorporated that into my monthly reset routine videos. So I've done the kitchen, the living and dining room, the bathrooms, and then for May it was meant to be the bedrooms and laundry. So in order just to provide a little bit of diversity for my cleaning motivation videos, I figured that I would do what would be in my monthly reset routine for today's video. So obviously we started off by doing the study / library / filming room, I don't know what you would call it, and then we went on to the laundry. I am doing this over multiple days and times just because that's how it is sometimes. Like sometimes if my parents have Hunter, I can like get a heap of filming done during the day. A lot of the times I do my whole house clean at night. Sometimes I do cleaning and filming when he is asleep, which is what is mostly happening in today's video. I've now moved on to our master bedroom, and at this point while I'm unmaking the bed, he's currently asleep, and I was kicking myself because to unmake and remake the bed takes so long, and I didn't want to use up the entirety of the nap to do that, but here we are. I also did need to throw out our mattress protector. We had two, but the one that I just showed you, all of the underside of it was ripped and coming away, so that every time I would put it in the wash, I would just find bits and pieces of the underside of the mattress protector kind of like floating in there and like tangled amongst things, and then I would typically put it in the dryer and that would just make it even worse. So thankfully I did have a backup and could use that, but I hate having to get rid of things. I do try and make things last as long as possible, use them till they're well and truly done, not only to be more sustainable but also more frugal as well.
All your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. We are all about the good vibes.
This is an area of my bedroom, well, the entire house really, that very infrequently gets cleaned, and that is the top of our wardrobe. You can go up there and see exactly where I've had the baskets because they're the only places left without dust, and then the rest of it was very dusty. And I was struggling to get down some of the baskets filled with Dave's clothes. Now please let me know if you can relate to this, but my husband has way more clothes than me, and he probably only uses a maximum of 20 pieces that are on a regular rotation, most of which are work clothes / yard clothes, and then a few other little bits and pieces that he'll wear if we're going out to the shops or whatever it may be. But majority of his wardrobe just sort of sits there, and I can look at this clip right now and see a couple of shirts that in the 9 years that we have been together, I don't think I've seen him wear. And it's just one of those interesting things that you can't really approach the other person and say, hey, how about we chuck out half of your clothes because you don't even wear them? But I just let him be, let him do his thing, and at least I know that a lot of the clothes are going to remain neat because they are going to remain on the hangers. Now, as we can see, Hunter has now woken from his nap, and I specifically saved the vacuuming until he was up. I mean, I could have done it and it probably wouldn't have woken him, but this is one chore that I know that I can always get away with doing, and he will just follow me around playing with the vacuum, different parts of it, and just enjoy himself and do the noises of the vacuum cleaner. So I'm very thankful for that.
We're wasting time on stuff that doesn't really matter, while wishing for something better. I try to fix things that weren't broken, misunderstandings and words unspoken. We fall apart and I won't dare to say, do you feel the same way? Maybe you don't wanna know, but you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you, so maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. Cause I don't wanna waste my time.
Is later that night, and even though my kind of deep clean area for this month was the bedrooms and laundry, I may as well clean the master bathroom while I'm sort of in this realm anyway. So obviously I've done the toilet, the walls around the toilet, and now I'm cleaning the shower. And what I used to do was clean the shower when I was having a shower. I would just spray it beforehand, and then when I was in there, I would just give it a scrub. But I'm actually finding it easier and more effective in getting off the grime to do it just when I'm out and about and not having a shower. So I've just been spraying it with bathroom cleaner and then wiping it down with a microfiber cloth and some Zoflora, and then I have sprayed some exit mold around the base of the shower, and I got in and did the drain as well. I don't think that I did this that long ago, but it is putrid. I really need to probably put something down the drain. I've used like bicarb and vinegar and like boiled water to do just regular drains before, but I've never done it just in a big shower drain, and I don't know if it's going to be as effective. So if you have any tips for that, I don't really typically like to use like toxic chemicals like exit mold and Drano and things like that. So if you have any natural suggestions, let me know, but if not, and I need to get on the strong stuff, all good, I'll go there. Now, we have moved on to a different day, and my bathroom cleaning was cut short by the fact that my camera battery died, but obviously I cleaned the rest of the drain, and then I went over, I wiped down the mirror and the vanities as well. And then we are now in the final bedroom, our spare room, and I've just stripped the bed. I'm going to put all that in the wash. I didn't take off the mattress protector, but I'm going to go back and do that. And then I had originally folded up the blanket or doona and put that on the bed, but it's been a while since the actual doona insert had a wash, so I figured I may as well wash that as well. We've had some bad weather lately though, and I know that if I wash the actual doona, it's going to have to hang over the inside line for probably a couple of days, so I kind of need to wait until there's some good weather and I can be all caught up on my washing before I do that, because otherwise it'll just backlog me and I won't be able to get any washing done. I also had a fan and a inside clothesline in there that are actually broken, and we're going to take them to the tip. And I've realized that you can take metals to the tip for free, which is great. So I'm just going to tuck those out in the garage for now, and we'll just build up a bit of a storage or like a collection of any tip things. And I did end up having to hold Hunter for a little bit while I'm doing the vacuuming here, because there was some big emotions going on. I'm not exactly sure why. You know, these things happen sometimes with babies. You do have no idea what is going on. But sometimes just a little cuddle is all they need. Oh, I said that the last room was the spare room. I ended up going into Hunter's room and doing a little work in there. I wasn't going to, obviously, because he's either in there or he's sleeping, but he was hanging out with Dave, so I'm just doing a restock of his nappy and wipe caddy, and then I'll just go around and do a bit of dusting and vacuuming as well. In the bottom shelf of his bookcase is where I keep like a couple of toys, and I've realized, and it took me a while to realize this, but if I rotate things, whether it's his toys or the position of his stuffed animals, if I just move things to a different place in the house, it's almost like they're a whole different toy. Or you just put something away for a bit and then bring it back out, because there's been so many times where he's been not interested in playing with something, and I'll just put it in a different room, or I'll put it away for a bit and then I'll bring it back, and it's just re-enlivened or like created a bit more of a spark. So I'm going to do just a little switch out of those. I've done a little switch over of some of his clothes, move some shorts and t-shirts down the bottom, keep those just for hot days, but we're mostly just stocking up on blankets, trackies, jumpers, all of that sort of thing. And just keeping it fresh. I kind of keep on top of his clothes rotation sort of all the time, so I didn't really need to get in and do a full switch over. but it has been a good long while since I've moved the cot out, dusted behind there and dusted the picture frames. But thank you so much for hanging out with me as I do some deep cleaning in my house. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below. I upload new videos every single week. With that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys.
I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me